Hello, I'm Dr. Laura Murillo, President and CEO of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We are thrilled to be with you, and as always, we invite you to visit our website, HoustonHispanicChamber.com. Lots of information, whether you have a business, you want to start a business, you're an executive, you're an entrepreneur, you want to make connections, come and visit us. Make sure you take a look at that. We've got the largest business luncheon and expo in this great city and so much more. Also, follow us on social media. Today, we've got two extraordinary people that I recently met here in Houston at a luncheon where their group was performing, and people were wowed, thrilled, excited. And thanks to Representative Armando Ali, I received an introduction to this dynamic duo that is doing some phenomenal work, and I want to make sure you meet them and you can learn more about them. So we have Elizabeth Diaz and Jose Antonio Diaz. Elizabeth is the Executive Director of Diaz Music Institute, and Jose is the founder and president of Diaz Music Institute. Welcome, Elizabeth and Jose.
Thank you so much, Dr. Murillo.
You.
Well, first of all, congratulations. I know this has to be a labor of love. It must take a lot of time to gather,
Mhm,
deal with parents, personalities, young individuals that you're
mhm.
at center stage. I know that you're going to be in Pearland, but you've done a whole lot in this time with your team. Tell us a little bit more about why this is important and what gap you think you're bridging.
Well, Diaz Music Institute fills the gap between public schools, music education, and real-world creative workforce development, particularly for students that are underserved Hispanics and Latino communities. While the students receive a lot of basic music instruction, very few of them get professional level training, mentorship from working musicians, and exposures to the business side of the music. And which is what we feel is really important because a lot of students are interested, but they really don't know how they can actually make money in music besides just teaching music. There's so much that's available out there in the music industry, and we like to be what helps students bridge that gap between education and industry. And we provide the structure at a very high level training in performance, leadership, music production, and also develop soft skills like discipline, teamwork, and time management and professionalism. In short, we just not teaching music, but we're teaching them to become ready and artistic leaders and entrepreneurs.
Well, and all of these skills, as you mentioned, are transferable. Working with
Mhm,
others, making sure they show up for practice, having all of their gear ready, just again, things that are going to prepare you for a career. And as you mentioned, potential entrepreneurs. As you know, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we focus on business, and we're always trying to find ways for individuals to monetize some of the great things.
exactly.
And it's so important for youth to understand that they have skills, and also
Hmm.
provides them with some discipline, structure,
Hmm.
team building, as you mentioned, just practice and showing up on time for
Hmm.
practice and staying late after practice to hone their skills. And I have to imagine, Elizabeth, with your tenure as part of this, that you've seen some real development of some of these young individuals. Do you have an example of one you'd like to share?
Lots of development. So we have students that come in. We have one student that came into our program as a eighth grader. Super shy, very quiet. He wouldn't talk to anybody. He didn't believe in himself. Jose met him at another competition, invited him to the organization to come try out. And he's now freshman in college, super open, positive, ready to go. We had to, just polish the little edges that he had that he just didn't believe in himself. And once we got a
Hmm.
hold of him and started working with him and developing him as a self-motivated young artist, he's now at U of H again he's in their college band and he's doing great. And again, we have him doing mentorship programs for us at other schools where we bring him back to teach other students that are similar to what he was at when we came to meet him.
Well, tell us
Hmm.
more. Jose, what kind of music is this for folks who may not understand, like what you all are doing?
Well, our main medium of music is that we do a lot of Latin jazz, Afro-Caribbean, and um, lots of salsa, and in general, just a lot of the Hispanic music that now is being brought forth through commercially. Everything from reggaeton to uh, uh, rock, Latino rock, just so that they have a really good understanding. But we also make sure that they are very well versed in the other genres of music, so that they also understand classical, they also understand pop, because we want them to be absolutely prepared to accept any particular job that may require any type of genre. They're ready to go and do it, because we don't want any student to be limited in their potential, because we want them to feel comfortable in anything that they would like to be able to do. And it's really important that they also understand what their self-worth is.
Very important. So tell me, how does one become involved with the music, the Diaz Music Institute? How old do you have to be? Where do they get more information?
You want to talk about that, Elizabeth?
So we start at the age of 4. We have summer camps throughout the summer. We also have our main performing group, which you saw at the event. And those students, all they have to do is reach out through us through our website at diazmusicinstitute.org. And that'll lead them to my phone number where they call, text, and ask information. We invite them to come out and try out the performance. They don't have to have talent. We love the students that are, still trying to find themselves.
Trying to develop a talent and a skill, right?
Yes.
Right.
So let me ask you this. Maybe someone shows up and they think, I can utilize this instrument and learn it. Do you find that sometimes you move them to a different instrument because it's just their natural ability? Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened quite a few times, and sometimes it's not us that's actually like changing them. A lot of times they see an instrument and they naturally start gravitating to that. And yeah, that's happened quite a bit, So we're excited, and the thing that we also want folks to understand, that we're not in we're not in audition process in terms of really having to have a high skill set of music. It's more of an audition process to find out what that kid's intent and what his drive is to like really learn, because that's what we're really looking for, because we want to keep ourselves accessible to every uh, person that is very interested in learning and raising their skill set and trying to get information about the music industry. So this is not something where folks will be kept out because of talent. We want to keep ourselves very open and accessible, especially to the kids that have no resources.
Well, and you know what? All of these things translate into the business world. You can train people, you can help them learn. They've got to have the right, again,
Hmm.
basic skills, that drive, that discipline, that wanting to improve and to be developed, right? And so it sounds like that's what
Yeah.
you're for. You've been very successful. On behalf of
Hmm.
the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, we wish you continued success. And again, please visit the Diaz Music Institute. Follow them on social media. Elizabeth and I said, keep doing what you're doing. And we're so proud of you and all of the young people involved with your
Thank you.
Thank you so much.